Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again with Miss B. Miss B is always pleased to have you all on board. Today, I am continuing the segment which I started. Okay, I'll be talking about speaking and reading, and our case study is eyes and TOEFL. Now, let's begin with speaking. Firstly, what is speaking? Speaking is a communication practice whereby we use our articulators. Why do we speak? We speak to express ourselves. Okay, we speak to ask questions and to solve questions. So speaking is a primordial in these English proficiency exams because we have to speak. We participants, or should I say test takers, will be exposed with so many content, and by so doing they have to showcase their speaking skills, their speaking abilities. So in speaking, we need to practice active listening. Speaking and listening are very related and very important. When you don't listen actively from the examiner, it becomes difficult for you to respond to his or her questions. So we need to listen actively in order for us to become eloquent in answering the examiner's question. Now in eyes, okay, we have computer based and we have paper based, meaning that this exam can be written on a computer. You go to the test exam center, but you write the exams using your computer or a paper base. Some people like to write on paper. You go to the exam center, you write on paper base. And now we equally have paper-based eyes, okay? And now at times there are some people who might like to write the exams at their homes. You just need to go to the center, you try to find out if it is possible. And equally, let's say you are writing for educational purposes, you equally need to find out, test takers need to find out from their institution if it is allowed for them to write at home. Okay, so we have paper based and we have computer based, and in speaking we have different parts, but today I'm not going to go detailedly. In my former introduction I said I am explaining the structure of the exams. Many test takers keep writing me every day, Miss B, please can you tell me the difference between eyes and TOEFL, what exactly is needed in speaking, in reading, in listening. So I thought it's wise to pop up this video to make it easier for my viewers, for my students, and potential students to be in the future. So when it comes to speaking, we have different parts. At times, the speaking part one, they talk about day-to-day activities, things which we see every day, things which are common. At times they talk about what? Migration, they talk about the advancement in technology. Okay, they can ask you to compare technology of today and in the past. They just want you to speak. You need to be active, to listen and to speak eloquently. And the more advanced vocabulary you use, okay, the more benefit you have, the more points you have. So you speak, you take turns in talking, you show an illustration, at times you bring out facts, okay, to make sure that you have a good mastery of what you're talking about. So now speaking with TOEFL, we have only computer based. Okay, we have only computer based, only computer based. We have only computer based, meaning that you don't have paper based. TOEFL, everything is computerized. You go to the exam center, you write in your computer. Listening, speaking, reading, writing is all done in the computer. So that is what makes it different from eyes, because there's nothing like paper based. And also we have TOEFL Home Edition. TOEFL Home Edition, meaning that you might want to write the exams at home. Firstly, you need to find out, does your institution permit that? Okay, and you need to have advanced network. Your internet connection is supposed to be perfect. If you have a problem, no one will be there to help you. The time is winding up, so you need to make sure you finish. At times you can choose to write the computer base at the center. That is how it is done. People go to the center because you might have a problem. Invigilators are there to assist you. Unlike when you write at home, there is nobody to assist you. So that is how speaking is done. And also in TOEFL, speaking is different because firstly, you listen to a passage, you read that passage and you answer questions. In eyes, you have participants, you have tutors face to face. They talk to you. If your exam is face to face, not computer based, they talk to you face to face. They ask you questions. You give them feedback. It's a communication. It's a two-way process. You express yourself. Okay, that is how it is done in eyes. But in TOEFL, it is done the other way around. You listen to a text, to a lecture, or to a passage. After listening, then you speak. So that is how it is done. Okay, and it is done online. It is computerized. And now let's talk about, so that is it, home level. Now let's talk about reading. Reading is a cognitive activity. Okay, it's a cognitive activity because the mind is working, your psyche is working, and you need to respond to concept or respond to questions. So that is how reading is done. Reading is similar in the two English proficiency exams. Okay, it's the same thing. We have different passages of different lengths. We have different questions. We have open-ended questions. We have closed-ended questions. We have fill in the gap. We have multiple choice questions, and we have some short structural questions. You read the text and you answer the subsequent questions. At times, the text can be about works, it can be about migration, it can be about population movement, it can be about the economic boom, it can be about monopoly, it can be about the investment. There are so many things to talk about in reading. But now, how do you read? We need to strategize. In reading, you need to strategize, you need to be tactful, you need to be meticulous, and you need to apply all your sagacious skills in reading because you have a lot to read, a long way to go. You have texts of different length, different nature, and different structure. So you need to apply all those strategies. And when you come to my class, I explain it to all my students. So today I'm just explaining the do's, what you need to know before you embark on the exams. I have not started talking about the content, the subject matter. In my classes to come, I will explain about the subject matter itself and I will do some analysis. Okay, so reading is the same. You read to respond to questions, you decode ideas and you apply them. Okay, you employ different strategies and you answer your questions. Most profoundly, it is always good for test takers to manage their time wisely. In speaking, you have to be so eloquent. Okay, you need to be vigorous and you need to be versatile. You speak with some largesse. You cite examples, you illustrate when necessary. In writing, in reading, you just have to read passages, text. You apply your logical thinking and critical thinking skills and you respond to questions which have been given to you. So that is all required for test takers. So now stay tuned. In my upcoming videos, I will start with writing. I will explain detailedly what to do and what not to do, or bring a writing chart, or bring a chart, be it a histogram, a bar chart, or a map, and we are going to apply all the skills which I have taught. We describe it using the right lexicon. Okay, follow us, assist Miss B, like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you.